Subaru, your tie is wonky.
Amiri Murakami, my childhood friend, came to fix my tie. It's fine.
No, it's not. You have to be an example to the younger students, so you need to dress nicely.
I'm not exactly going to be giving a speech in front of the first years. I'm Subaru Akizuki. I'm in my second year in high school, and I'm in the same class as Amiri. She's been like this since we were both little kids. Get a room, you two! Or why don't you just get married now? Shut up! It's not like that!
Yeah, I can't date a guy this unorganized.
Maybe she didn't like what he said. She left the classroom. It was your fault making her mad. Don't you get it? She's just being shy. You should just go out, you know? You love her, and she loves you, so... That's not happening. There's no way she likes me anyways. You think so? I thought she kinda likes you. If you don't mind, I might as well tell her how I feel. What? I quite like her, actually. I completely thought that you liked her, so I was gonna pull myself out of it, but if you're okay with it, I'll tell her how I feel. I am not okay with that! He made a sneaky smile as I stopped him. So you do like her then? Be honest, man. She's quite cute, so some other dude will take her before you can. Unless you act now. But I don't know if she'll say yes. Of course she will. It's so obvious that you guys like each other. Tell her today, okay? I was still unsure whether I should do it. But because Komori pushed back, I decided to tell her how I feel. As we were walking back from school as usual, I suggested going into the park. After walking through the park for a bit, I finally decided to tell her. And Mary, I have something I want to tell you.
What is it all of a sudden?
I took a deep breath. I've loved you since we were little kids. I don't want to be your childhood friend anymore. I want to be your boyfriend. There was no response from Amiri. I thought she would say yes instantly, but there was silence way too long.
Are you an idiot? Who do you think you are? Did you think you could go out with me? Don't get so cocky.
Amiri? Amiri walked away quickly. I didn't think I would be rejected, so I was just standing there in shock. The next day, we always used to go to school together, but we went separately today. She wouldn't even look at me in the classroom. I didn't think that I would get disliked from telling her that I liked her. Subaru! How'd it go yesterday? Did it go well? Komori walked into the classroom and asked, not knowing anything. No. I got rejected quite miserably. She doesn't like me at all. Wait, what? Komori looked over at Amiri. She didn't notice us at all. I was so certain that you guys liked each other. I'm sorry for giving you expectations. If things are awkward, I'll do anything to help you guys get back to normal. It's fine. I want to sort out my feelings. You really liked her, didn't you? Komori looked really sorry. You don't have to worry about it. I also thought that I would succeed as well. That day ended without me being able to speak to Amiri once. After school,
Akizuki, do you have time right now?
as I was getting ready to go home, Iori Minazuki, my classmate and the cutest girl in the school, came to talk to me. What's the matter, Minazuki? Even though we were in the same class, it was the first time I ever spoke with her properly.
There's something I want you to help me with, but could you come with me?
Yeah, sure. I don't know why she asked me, but I decided to follow her. What are we doing on the rooftop? I looked around, but I couldn't find anything that needed carrying. Just then, Minazuki turned around and looked at me with a very serious face.
Akizuki, actually, Subaru, I know this is really sudden, but I really like you. Please go out with me.
The cutest girl at my school just told me she likes me. I couldn't believe what was happening. But Minazuki wasn't the type of person who would joke about these kinds of things. It took time for me to digest this, and then I panicked. What? Why me?
I know lots of nice things about you. You are kind, you help people who are in need, you're reliable, your voice is soothing, you have nice hair, your eyes are pretty. Oh, I've been looking at you all this time.
What? Wait! The last few things were my appearance, but regarding the first few, I'm not such a good human being. If we were to date, I think I would disappoint you.
You don't know much about me, right? You don't know how much I've been thinking about you. I thought you would date Murakami. I thought you guys liked each other, so I didn't want to interrupt. But you got rejected by her, right?
How did you know?
I've seen you enough to know. I know it might be hard for you right after you've been rejected, but I want to give my chance a go.
But everything's a little too sudden. I don't know very much about you.
That's why I want you to try it out. You can decide if you want to officially go out with me or not, once you've gotten to know me.
She came closer and closer as I took time to think.
Please, Subaru.
She looked at me from below. An image of Amiri flashed through my head. My thoughts were disturbed by Minazuki's beauty, and I agreed trying to go out with her.
Make yourself at home.
Okay. As a tryout date, I was invited over to her house very smoothly. She had baked some pie yesterday. Minazuki?
Call me Iori.
Well, but...
We are dating, you know.
You seem quite prepared, Iori. I thought her confession was impulsive, but she seems to have planned everything out since yesterday. She probably didn't think I would say no. It was as if things were playing out as scripted.
Here, I'm quite confident about this.
She handed me a portion of apple pie on a plate. It looked as if a professional had made it, and a sweet scent tickled my nose. Thank you for the food. I ate the pie feeling a little dissatisfied. Oh, this is so good. My honest comment naturally came out. It was the best apple pie I ever tried.
I'm glad you think so.
Iori seemed happy. She made us some tea and we enjoyed the apple pie. Are you good at making desserts?
I can make lots, but my best one is apple pie.
So you like apple pies?
I like all the desserts that use apples. But if you have a favorite, I'll practice it.
I might want the same one because it's so good.
So you understand how great apples are.
We chatted for a bit and then I went home. The next day, when I left my house, Amiri was standing outside. Amiri! What are you doing? I was surprised she was waiting for me since she didn't speak to me once at school yesterday.
Subaru, where did you go on your way back yesterday?
What do you mean? I went shopping. Even if Amiri didn't like me, I felt like I was being interrogated for cheating, so I lied.
I see. And did you have fun at Minazuki's house yesterday?
How do you know?
You told me you loved me the day before yesterday, and now you've already changed to a different girl? I guess your feelings toward me were that cheap then.
That's not...
Have fun with Minazuki then.
Wait! I tried to think of something, but I couldn't think of anything to say. I'm not officially dating Iori. When Iori confessed her love to me, I thought about Amiri. I still couldn't forget about Amiri. But even though this is a tryout, I did go to her house. I couldn't explain myself after taking a dishonest behavior.
Morning, Subaru!
Iori came to me in the classroom. Morning.
What's wrong? You don't seem fine.
Well, yeah. I hadn't talked to Amiri since she walked off this morning. Even though we're in the same classroom, she still wouldn't look at me. Minazuki? When did you become friends with Subaru?
Just yesterday, we had tea together on the way back from school.
What? Komori looked surprised at me. I guess he didn't expect me to change from Amiri to Iori this quick.
Subaru, I made lunch for you, so let's eat together.
Iori went back to her own seat. Subaru, can I have a word? Komori called me, and we went out of the classroom. I can kind of tell what happened by looking at you two. You're too nice. He sounded rather amazed. I didn't know that Minazuki liked you. I was surprised too. And? What are you gonna do? Amiri is mad and I don't know what to do. It's just my guess, but I think Murakami actually likes you. She was being bitter when you and Minazuki were talking. I think she's jealous. You think so? But she clearly rejected me. Or maybe she was being shy. But Minazuki also looks like she really likes you. But I won't support either. It's you that's got to decide. But don't cheat on them. I won't. This relationship I had with Iori was just a tryout. I couldn't forget about Amiri. I tried to talk to Amiri, but every time I walked up to her, she runs away and I couldn't talk to her. The lunch break came before I could talk to her.
Subaru, you look depressed.
I came to the school garden to have lunch with Iori, but I was going to tell her my answer to her confession. I'm sorry, Iori, but I like Amiri, so I can't go out with you.
What does Murakami think of you?
I don't know.
You were trying to talk to Murakami many times today, but she kept on running away, right? I won't do that. I want to listen to anything you have to say because I love you.
I thought I told you I can't go out with you.
Even then, I still love you. I don't mind if you decide not to date me. Just let me be by your side until you get to talk to Murakami.
How can you love me so much? Don't you think I'm a jerk? Having a different girl I like, but staying with you?
I love everything about you. I was holding it in this whole time. I want to dream a little longer.
My heart wasn't sure about anything anymore after she confronted me with all of her feelings. I was in love with Emiri, but I couldn't confidently say I love her anymore after being rejected so many times.
Subaru, do you want to have lunch?
The lunchbox he already opened had omelets and meatballs, and it looked delicious. But the thing that stood out most was the rabbit-shaped apples. You really love apples, don't you, Iori?
I have apple pie for dessert as well.
Her unchanging, cheerful personality made my heart warm. The lunch was as good as the apple pie I had yesterday.
Subaru, open up.
I'll eat it by myself. Iori tried to feed me the apple pie for dessert.
I always wanted to try this once.
She made a cute face and asked me. It made my heart race. Ow! Iori looked happy as I took a bite into the apple pie. And she took a bite from the same place I took a bite. Hey!
I ate from the same bit.
That should be illegal. I couldn't stop blushing. 1 week had passed, and I continued the relationship tryout and couldn't talk to Emiri. But as we were having lunch in the school garden as usual, it happened.
You two seem very friendly.
Emiri? Why are you here? Emiri barged in, looking rather moody. Iori and I looked at each other.
What? Was I interrupting something?
Well, no, but you've been avoiding me all this time, but now you came to look for me, so...
Oh, shut up! I have my own problems.
And? What do you want?
I wanted to have lunch with you. I made you your lunch as well.
But I have the lunch that Iori made, so...
You can eat Minazuki's lunch, but not mine.
That's not it, but what is this all of a sudden? I couldn't understand Emiri's actions. But then, Emiri looked at Iori.
I'll have Subaru back, Minazuki. Subaru loves me the most, and I love Subaru.
What are you saying, Emiri? I couldn't help but interrupt those shocking words. But Iori calmly answered.
You ignore him all this time, and now you say that? I would have supported you before, but now I can't give you Subaru, even if you say so. Subaru's heart belongs to me.
I'm sorry to say, but not anymore.
What?
Emiri looked shocked, as she probably didn't expect to be rejected by me.
Why? You told me that you loved me. Was that a lie?
It wasn't a lie. I really loved you. But you rejected me and didn't even try to listen to me.
That was because I was surprised, and I got shy, so I said that.
I went to Iori's house and you got really mad at me. And you wouldn't talk to me from that day on.
I couldn't help but smile when I saw you, so I was avoiding you. But I mean, you cheated on me right after you told me you loved me. But I do admit, I was a little too mad. I forgive you, so come back to me now. How selfish. Do you know how hurt Subaru was with your attitude? You don't have the right to be his girlfriend. Don't interfere. I'm talking to Subaru right now.
Iori's right. You hurt me with your attitude. I tried to talk to you so that we could fix things, but you rejected all of that.
I told you I was being shy. Why did you approach him now, even though you had been avoiding him?
Iori asked the obvious question. From Iori's perspective, she was the girl that came from the person she loves. She wouldn't be satisfied unless there's a good enough reason.
I thought he would come back to me if I waited, but it didn't seem like it, so I came to get him. You are so selfish! Subaru, I love you! If you still want to date a person like her, I will back out!
There's no need for that, Iori. I don't have feelings for Emiri anymore.
What?
Emiri seemed shocked hearing my words. I hadn't answered your confession properly, Iori. I love you, Iori. You supported me and want me to stay by your side.
Really? Are you okay with me?
Yeah, I want to support you too. I want to become stronger for you.
I'm so happy. My dream came true.
Iori kissed my lips. That's my answer, Amiri. Don't interrupt us anymore.
What? What the hell? I don't care about you!
Amiri ran away. She looked like she was crying. Maybe if she had been more honest from the beginning, things might have turned out differently. Even though she is like that, she is my childhood friend. I will help her when she's in trouble, as long as she doesn't trouble us.
Were you okay with this?
Iori still looked a little worried. Of course. It was you who was honest with your feelings and supported me. I'm sorry for making you wait. I love you. I told her my true feelings and kissed her. I won't lose what's important to me anymore.